Are you in the mood to make a zine today? Or rather, are you in the mood to watch me make a zine based on the whims of a dice roll? Because that's what we're going to do here today. I am going to roll some dice, and based on the numbers that I roll, it will prompt us to create a zine. But first, I think I should probably introduce myself and this channel in case you're new here. My name is Dana, and this is Cat Moth Crow, an internet TV series dedicated to sharing the wide, weird, wonderful world of zines with you. Zines are DIY publications that are typically handmade and then reproduced on a copy machine, and they can be about literally any subject or topic, and they're just a great accessible way to get your artwork into the world. So here on my channel, one of the very many things I do is I share my creative process with you. And one way of doing that is by making mini zines live on camera. Or it won't be live, but recording it on camera and then sharing the results with all of y'all. So enough of this introductory babbling. Let's roll that intro music and then let's roll for zine. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but it feels like I haven't really been busy as in like having lots to do, but I've been like mentally busy. I feel like my brain is running at like 1,000 miles per minute. Yeah, so sometimes it's good for me when I'm feeling kind of frenetic and frenzied like that to just sit down and make something creative and like turn my brain off a bit. So I'm hoping doing a Roll for Zine episode today will kind of serve that purpose. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. First up, we need a D6, and we're going to find out, am I writing the zine, or is it going to be like an art zine, a text zine versus a photo zine, collaged, illustrated, etc. I'm in a rambly mood today, so this might be one of those episodes, but we've got the D6. Let's give it a roll. All right. It is a 5. One, two, three, four, 5. Pick 2. So I can either pick a from, written, and text heavy, collaged, or illustrated. But I think we're gonna hold off on choosing which of the two we're going to do until we get some more of these rolls down. All right, so now we need to know how the zine will be made. Will I be doing a digital zine, so working on it on the computer? Will it be analog, so cut and paste with glue and scissors? Or can I mix it up? And then last is just Zinester's choice. So we need a D4. All right, so we have our D4, and now let's find out how this zine will be made. Okay, ooh, it's a 1, so analog. So we're just doing cut and paste and collage, no digital tools. I kind of love that. All right, now we have to decide what color paper our zine is going to be printed on. So I have my jar of dots here. Let's draw 8 and figure out what color paper we have to choose from. Right. Ooh, pink is getting a strong draw this time. Okay, I think that's 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is. Let me glue those down and then we'll get to rolling. Just a little side tip for any zinesters out there. These Oohoo sticks are my absolute hands down favorite glue stick of all time. They're just, they are sticky but not overly messy. They I feel like are very tenacious. It's a very tenacious adhesive. 10 out of 10, recommend. Oh, and they're affordable. So yeah, kind of checks all the boxes. All right, as Video Dana glues those dots down, Editor Dana is here to tell you about the Snail Mail Society. If you like zines, which I'm assuming you do because you're watching my channel, you might want to check out my Snail Mail Society, which for as little as $5 a month gets you print newsletter zines sent to your mailbox once a month. There are all sorts of other perks too, such as a membership card, monthly playlists. There's even a chance for you to get every single zine I publish, including this Roll for Zine issue. The zinesters who have subscribed to Snail Mail Society have already received it, so they got a little spoiler about this episode. Yeah, you can find out all about it at catmothcrow.com. And anyways, back to Roll for Zine. All right, so we're going to roll a d8, and number-wise, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for our rolls. Let's see. D10. There we go. There's the nice diamond-shaped D8. Let's find out what color paper this zine will be printed on. All right. Despite the strong showing by pink, it's going to be this buttery, butterscotchy yellow. All right, and actually, I have a little bit of a I don't know if I want to call it a twist. That makes it sound so much more exciting than it is. But I just looked over at my paper stock and realized I'm actually out of pastel yellow. But what I do have is this kind of very similar cream color. So we're going to use that instead. I need to maybe update this dot jar since there are a couple colors in here that I am actually out of stock. Yeah. But that's not too interesting, like I said. It's very kind of small fries. So let's get back to something more interesting, such as rolling a d8 and determining what our zine genre is going to be. All right, the good old d8 is back. And here we go. All right, it's a 7, which means we are yet again resorting to the idea jar. I love that. All right. Hold on one second. I have to actually go grab the idea jar. Here it is, the idea jar. I love this, but I'm also like nervous y'all will find it repetitive since episode 1 of this season, I also used the idea jar. But the good thing about the idea jar is, you know, every idea in here is different. For episode 1, I drew Mothman, and Mothman is no longer in here. So let's draw an idea and see what we'll be making. Oh gosh, I think I have 2 stuck together. There we go. Okay, this is great. It's my zine about my favorite stamps or stickers. And stamps and stickers are actually on Wild Magic. So maybe that'll either tell us like what direction we're going, favorite stamps or stickers, or yeah, if we get those, it'll help choose. If not, maybe I'll do both. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But so we're doing an analog, well, that's good, analog zine on the cream paper. I think now that I know this, it's going to be collaged because we'll need to create a cool base for the stamps and stickers to be on, and then written and text heavy. And then before we get to Wild Magic, I want to kind of create a new tradition on this show. Episode 1, I asked for viewers challenges, just in the off chance I rolled a viewers challenge. Oh, hi Snoopy. Snoopy has opinions. Yeah. Anyways, I rolled a or rather requested challenges from all of y'all in the comments section, just in case I rolled viewers challenge. And I got so many fantastic ideas that I've decided I want to incorporate one in every episode. So we need to like randomly generate one of those. I don't have them like printed off or anything, but I have them in a folder on my computer and have a random generation feature that I can click on. So let's go ahead and do that and find out what our viewers challenge will be. All right, it looks like Nibbled Leaves' suggestion of incorporating some texture into the zine is our winner. That is so perfect for this episode. I think that creating a sort of textured collaged base for all of these stickers to be featured on. Yeah, I think that sounds like a fantastic direction to go for the zine. But we still need some wild magic. So let me grab the D20 and we'll find out how wild this zine is going to be. All right, it is a 15, which, let's count that out. Let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. We're making an accordion zine. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, so we've got our zine prompts. We're making a zine that features writing and collage, all analog and handmade on creamy yellow paper, using the idea of stamps and stickers from our idea jar. This will be an accordion zine, and it will feature, or rather I'll incorporate texture somehow. Oh, I love this. Okay, let's get ready. Let's gather some materials and create this zine. Before I get started making this zine, I figured I should actually give y'all a quick tutorial on how to make an accordion zine, since I haven't done an accordion zine tutorial on my channel yet. There are a couple different ways you can actually make an accordion zine. You can fold your paper and glue the ends together, or you can make it out of one single sheet of paper, similar to a mini zine. So that's what we're going to do here today. First, you'll want to take your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and fold it in half hamburger style. I'm going to use my bone folder to get those edges nice and sharp. A bone folder is just a piece of plastic that you can use to fold paper. Anyways, we're going to fold it in half one more time. Great. And now we'll unfold the sheet of paper. And we're going to fold it in half hot dog style. Meeting the long sides together. So far this looks really similar to making a mini zine, but this is where it's going to differ. With a mini zine, you would fold it back in half hamburger style and then make a cut from the creased edge to the center. But with an accordion zine, we are actually just going to make a cut through 1/3 of the paper. Essentially on this folded edge, we are going to make a cut down here, here, and here, stopping before we get to the final 2 rectangles. So let's go ahead and do that now. Get my handy scissors. Let's make the cut. It doesn't have to be perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. Okay. So now what we're able to do is fold the paper back and forth, and then when we get here, we fold this down. And what we end up with is an accordion zine. It gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pages, including the front and back cover. And we can even make it a double-sided mini by putting some interesting artwork on the other side, on the back. One thing that I find really helpful when I'm making a zine that I don't make very often is to make myself a template. So what I'm going to do is just number these pages, and then I'll have it unfolded. And when I'm collaging my accordion zine, I'll be able to kind of reference this to determine like what images are going on what pages. So we want our cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then our back cover. And then because I'm just going to put background, artwork. So now when we unfold it, you can kind of see how the zine itself is assembled. We're going to have these images and words facing out, these facing out, and then on the back, the artwork is in the middle. The covers are on one side of the paper, and then the others are kind of blank, which we can put artwork on there as well as like a surprise, or just leave it blank. Not sure which I'll do. I think I'll kind of figure that out as we go along. Yeah. Okay, let me gather some supplies and then we'll dive into making this zine. All right, so I think I have a plan for what I'm gonna do. I gathered a bunch of like tissue paper, ribbons, some fabric, and I'm going to put it on my scanner bed and make scans of it and use that background image, essentially, use that copy as the background image for the zine. Because what I think I'm gonna do, so favorite stamps or stickers, I actually have a small collection of postage stamps that from mail people have sent me that I've like cut out because I like them. I think they're very, you know, they're cool looking stamps. They've got great illustrations on them. So I'm thinking I will take those stamps and I'll show them off. And what I was thinking, maybe inspired by my little snail doodle on the note paper for the idea jar, I'm going to use each of those postage stamps as the shell for a little snail drawing, and then write like what I love about snail mail and corresponding with folks, like through handwritten letters, as the writing for the zine. All right, so let's head over to the copy machine and make some copies of this fun pile of texture. So this is what I came up with for the scanned pages for our textural element from the viewer's suggestion, which I'm thrilled. I think I might even use this as like landscape that the snails are traversing. I don't know, I can see it in my head. It seems like it's gonna be cool. Now that we have our materials and we know how to make an accordion zine, I'm gonna get started and see what I come up with. Yeah, so here is how I created this zine. As you can see, I ended up breaking out my rubber stamps to do some of the titles. And then I actually ended up handwriting most of the interior content. The snails themselves, I ended up drawing on just a sheet of scrap note paper, just drawing out kind of the simple blobby shapes and then adding their cute little faces with a pen. It was pretty simple, pretty easy, and I'm really excited about how it turned out. It's one of those zines that really show off the beauty of Roll for Zine, because if it weren't for these prompts, I don't think I would have ever come up with the idea of making snails using stamps as the snail shells. But now that I've done it, it's just like, it's so delightful. I love how it turned out. It's really a love letter to writing your pen pals, to writing like actual letters and sending them in the mail. And I hope that you find it as delightful as I do. The inside, like I said, it's a love letter to finding mail in your P.O. box and having pen pals. And then I also included some of my favorite like washi tape stickers that look like stamps, as well as some of the stamps that didn't become shells, some information about additional ounce stamps, and then even a witchy sigil that hopefully will help your mail arrive safely. And that's all I've got for y'all today. Thanks for hanging out and making a zine with me, and I guess I will see y'all later. Bye!